Well, hello, friends, and welcome to Indigo Intuitive Tarot. I am Indigo, and I am here to provide you with intuitive messages and downloads via the tarot, as well as, several oracle cards per usual. Now, while these intuitive messages and downloads are intended for your spiritual growth and expansion, they may also, and oftentimes do, apply to other areas and aspects of your incarnation in this crazy ass 3D reality we live in, right? So please, as always, take what applies. If it doesn't apply, what do? We let it fly. Okay. Hello, y'all. Happy April. This is going to be what your spirit team needs you to know right now in this red hot minute. Might be a little bit of patience, a little bit of balance. Okay. And by red hot minute, I actually mean that because it is now Aries season. We now have a good amount of planets either in Aries, moving into Aries, and it's also the year of the fire horse. There's a whole lot of heat, okay? And as someone who is a Pitta dosha in Ayurveda, honey, me and heat don't get along too well, right? Like I get hot, I get irritated. So what I've been finding though is you have to alchemize that fire. You have to maybe even temper it. We have the temperance card. But really it's about channeling it and using it to your advantage, using it to give you the boost you need, or the energy that you need to forge, right? Like a blacksmith. Forge the things that you want to see in your life, or to burn away that which no longer serves you. Of course, safely. Please practice fire safety. But fire is interesting. Fire can warm your house or it can burn your house down. Depends on how you use it, tend to it, and care for it. Okay. Now, as for downloads today, I got a song earlier as I was making my coffee, which I'm still drinking because it's early. The song is Dancer in the Dark by Bjork, featuring Tom York from Radiohead. Now, that was used in the movie, Rewind. I've Seen It All by Bjork, featuring Tom York. Now, it was used in the movie Dancer in the Dark, which, amazing movie. Watched it once, will never watch it again. That was one of the most emotionally damaging movies I've seen. I'm not saying don't watch it, but it is quite a sad story. So watch at your own risk. Okay. Good movie though. Good song. Very good song. Soundtrack was great. What else? So I'm getting a lot of feelings of nostalgia. Like they're showing me like those like icy snow cones that we used to eat when we were kids. They're showing me like the old school box of Frosted Flakes with like Tony the Tiger. I don't know if you've recently been reminiscing or going through like old photos or thinking about people who might be on the other side or who are in spirit, who have left the body. Things like that. So you might be at a time where you are reminiscing about things past or people that have passed, okay? Or just your childhood in general, things that you used to eat or do or participate in during your childhood, okay? So, any number, spirit team? I'm hearing 973. 973, okay. The world, 21 might be significant, okay? Anything else, spirit? 818, 818, 818. 818? I just heard 369, but then it took me to this song. What is it, the Yin Yang Twins? 369, damn she fine. To the window, to the wall. Did that come out while I was in high school? I think that came out, I don't know. Was I in college? I don't know, but when I was younger, that's a song from a long time ago. Maybe I was in college. Honey, listen, I'm convinced, this is just a side note, I'm convinced that once you get into your 40s, like you can either be sad about the fact that your 20s was like, over 20 years ago, or what happens is time really kind of melts into this very strange, almost fluid dissolving kind of irrelevant thing where it's like, was that 15 years ago or was that 25 years ago, right? Was that 5 years ago or was that 19 years ago? I don't know. I remember I used to get frustrated with my mom about that. Like, what do you mean you can't remember like what you were doing in the 70s? Now, granted, they listen, there was a lot of substances in the 70s. Don't do drugs, kids, but there was a lot of substances in the 70s, right? I tell them all the time, I don't know how y'all made it out. Because the 70s, honey, they was doing the most and the worst at the same time. Just doing too much. I swear to God. They were doing too much. My mama told me about this story my stepdad told her where his friend, someone he knew, right, like went to the dealership, right, to like test drive a car. But he took the car, went and bought a bunch of alcohol, and was trying to recruit his friends to go. They didn't want to go. He got absolutely obliterated and wrecked the car. Did he do jail time? No, he didn't. Welcome to the 70s. Like, what the hell is going on? Oh man, I have so many stories that they have told me from the 70s that are definitely not appropriate, but man, oh man, are they funny. All right, so the first card, if I can talk, is going to be your current energy, the Nine of Wands. A little bit of a wounded warrior. I do believe Chiron is going into Aries as well, so you might be burning away some of that wounding. All right, the medicine that they would like you to receive at this time is the Eight of Swords. Ooh, it's all about fears, mental prison, isolation, crossed by the Five of Swords. Direct message from them is the Hanged Man. How they want you to move forward, sorry about that, is the Two of Cups. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this Aries season is not playing with people, okay? This current energy, Chariot, so maybe you're moving quickly. Something is moving fast. Anyway, this Aries season is not playing with people. People who have not been acting right are getting it. If you've been paying attention to the world stage, you can see that. You can see that. We got a lot of wounded warriors that brought on their own wounding. But I digress. So, your current energy, you've persisted through something, you've made it through something, but you're still clinging to this one wand. The medicine that they want you to receive here is the Eight of Swords. There's something here about your thoughts. Something here that is keeping you disempowered. Something here that you're still hanging on to with this Five of Swords. Maybe it's a feeling of defeat, of betrayal. You know, you've been through some sort of battle. It could be internal, external. It feels very internal with this Eight of Swords here. There's something here that either you're going through, been through, with the way you think about things, with the way you view things, because next you have the Hanged Man, which is all about getting a new perspective, pausing and getting the downloads, receiving the enlightenment. Do you see the halo around his head? Receiving the enlightenment and looking at the world with new eyes, looking at it a different way, how they want you to move forward. Partnership, balance, unified love. This could be a relationship. Yes, could be. I'm not intending this to be a love reading, but it's possible. This just could be balanced emotions, right? Because baby, if you are currently in the Nine of Wands, emotions might not be balanced. If this is your medicine, emotions and thoughts might not be balanced, you know? We're going to see. Because we're going to clarify. Y'all know how we do. All right, Spirit Team, why is the Nine of Wands here? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I take it like this. Five of Swords again. The Moon. And the Six of Swords. Listen, your current energy is, I don't know how I'm going to move on from this. I feel like something is being blocked, something is hidden from me. You can't see it. I'm surprised the Two of Swords didn't pop out, because it feels kind of that way. But it feels more like in the emotions. I don't know how to explain it. But they're saying move on. You're trying to move on to calmer waters. You're trying to move away from this. The looping thoughts. Thank you, Spirit Team. They just told me the illusion here with the Moon card is that you think you can't, because you're staying in the looping thoughts. Oh, what did I do? Looking back in regret. Oh, what did I do? What happened? You know, whatever it is. That's the illusion. That's the illusion. Because look, the Eight of Swords, she could come up out of that anytime. She's not really stuck. She just thinks she is. Again, the disempowered thoughts. The Five of Swords is very much keeping you stuck in this wounded warrior energy. It's very much keeping, you stuck from moving forward. The Moon is all about illusions, right? Could also be about dreams, intuition, things like that. But like, are you listening to your intuition if you're in Five of Swords energy? No. You might be listening to your intuition if you're in Six of Swords energy, but even then, that's still like, that mental prison, that mental energy is the swords. And you got a lot of them here. Okay, so Spirit Team, why is the Eight of Swords clarified by the Five of Swords? Okay. Two of Cups, see? Queen of Cups, Page of Wands. Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, walking away. Now, this is just the first download I get about this. Someone play with your heart. Someone play with your emotions. Like, you may have had your heart very open with that Queen of Cups there. But the Page is a page, and the Page is a young, playful energy. Okay. Or if you're stuck in this mental prison, coming into the emotional body and doing the work there, finding the inspiration there, might be able to pull you out of this. But I feel that you're having these ruminating thoughts, these thought loops here, this regret here about being too open to a connection when it wasn't quite mature yet. The Page is an immature energy. It may have been passionate. It's not the Knight of Wands. You know, I call the Knight of Wands Mr. Here for a good time, not a long time. It's a playful energy, though. Usually these three cards together would not be bad, but the fact that they're clarifying the Eight of Swords crossed by the Five of Swords, like preventing you from removing yourself from this mental prison, it's giving I was too open to someone who wanted to play with my emotions. Okay. Again, I did not intend for this to be a love reading. We did have the Eight of Cups on the bottom, so you're walking away from it. Why is the Hanged Man here, Spirit Team? For the direct message. Oh, hello. The Fool. The Five of Wands. And we'll get one more, since all the rest of these have three apparently. They're wanting to work in threes today. Okay. Sometimes they tell me these things. All right, so we have the Hanged Man, the Fool, the Three of Cups, the Five of Wands. You are fighting for some sort of new beginning, or you feel like there's some sort of obstacles that you have to get through, right, to get to this new beginning. You may have some friends that are helping you along the way, like maybe you join a new like meditation group, or you know, like yesterday I joined the live of one of my personal teachers, right, who I've learned so much from. Shout out to Zena Star Mahadevi. She's amazing. If you want to do the deep spiritual work, that's someone to go to. Anyway, I digress. But it seems like you have these obstacles that you're trying to overcome here with the Five of Wands. Or maybe, I'll say this too, maybe you have people like in your life, people around you that are preventing you from like taking a pause to find the wisdom, to find the new perspective, right? To have this new beginning. But I feel more like this is you. This is internal, especially we have, the Eight of Swords here. This is like the internal conflicts or the challenges. Something you're having to overcome thank you, Spirit. You might not have enough confidence to take this leap of faith. Okay, with the Fool. You might be paused for a moment. You might have had to even kind of remove yourself from your friend group for a little bit. We think that doing the inner work and doing the healing work and being on the healing journey, and as someone who's been doing this for over 20 years, I can tell you, we think it's going to the retreats, journaling, attending the online classes, reading the books, going out in nature, which please go out in nature, please, 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 especially now that it's warm. But you know what I mean? We look at it, especially within the Western model, the Western mind, we look at it as this checklist of things we have to do. When really, the hardest thing you will have to do, and I mean this sincerely, the hardest thing you will have to do in your healing journey is surrender. People think that surrender is weakness. Do you know how much strength it takes to surrender and let the universe teach you? Let Source teach you? Your guides, your spirit team, it's all one and the same. Do you know how much you have to get out of your own way to get a new perspective? That takes deep shadow and ego integration and balancing and processing. The simple act of surrender is one of the most challenging things you will ever do on this journey. So whether you're arguing with yourself or with others, I don't think you are. I think this is internal. I think that there are supportive people around you. But you gotta, sorry, I just heard another song. George Michael, Freedom, one of my favorite songs of all times. He says, you gotta have some faith in the sound. It's the one good thing that I've got. You gotta have faith in the process of surrender. Because when you finally surrender, the presence of the divine enters. But you got to get out of your own way. Okay? You got to get out of your own way. A lot of times, too, when you start to get out of your own way, you end up being led to people who support you. Right? Yes, have boundaries, of course. Yes, have discernment, of course. No one is saying surrender and let people walk all over you. Absolutely not. But this really isn't about other people. This is about you receiving the new perspective that you need. Okay, that's their direct message to you. All right, Spirit team, how they want you to move forward is the Two of Cups. Beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Also, the Three of Cups, sometimes people say, can represent drinking too much or maybe even substances. So if you're fighting any sort of addiction or substance abuse, my heart really and truly goes out to you. Okay. Please seek the help that you need or the services that you need to assist you in your healing journey if that's what you're dealing with. Okay. I will be sending my utmost love and support to you if that is you. Okay. All right. They're wanting you to move forward as the Two of Cups. Okay. It's very interesting. Spirit team, why is the Two of Cups here for the collective? For how they should move forward. Yes. The wake-up call you need, baby. Listen, you have taken or are going to be, again, this is how they want you to move forward. Whatever lying, cheating, and stealing energy was in your presence, again, conflict, wounded warrior, mental prison. Listen, whatever stole your peace, right? Because I always say there's lying, cheating, stealing, but it's swords, it's mental. So whoever stole your peace or stole your joy, stole your light, you see how, like the moon shine down, whatever. Baby, you need to take them 10 swords out your back, get up and walk towards the goddamn sun, the happiest card in the deck. You will do so through emotional balance. Yes, again, this could be about a partner, another person, a new relationship, right? Like maybe you're moving towards a new relationship. I said once you kind of surrender and align, you usually find the people who you're meant to find, right? But let me tell you, you finna take them 10 swords out your back. You finna do it, and you're finna walk towards the damn sun and into a beautiful relationship, okay? Whatever betrayed you or backstabbed you, 5 of Swords, whoever stole your peace, it's over. It's over. Did you know that your power doesn't lie in the past? It lies in the now. It doesn't lie in the future. It lies in the now. The wake-up call is now. The alarm is sounding now. Okay? If you had an immature energy that played with your heart and played with your emotions, that was then. This is now. Your power lies in the now. You can move forward now. You can cut it out now. You can be abundant now. You can find your people now. You can have reciprocity now. Do you see these cards? Do you see that? That was all bottom of the deck. You can have all of it now. Now you're thinking, oh, but it's not, the money's not in my bank account or the people aren't in my life. And this is something that I heard Abraham Hicks say the other day, and I've heard them say it plenty of times, right? A lot of what you are seeing, and even on the world stage right now, is old energy playing out. But why does it keep playing out? Because we keep allowing it to hijack our energy, our attention, and our focus. And so it keeps it in a loop, keeps us in a mental prison, right? I'm not saying don't pay attention to it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying look at it and recognize it for what it is and gain the new perspective on what it is. So you know that when you come out of this hangman's tree, you know how to navigate it, right? You know how to take a leap of faith towards the people that are meant to be in your life and stop playing this game here. This game will keep you in this game. This game exposes the darkness. This game exposes all this. The emotional balance, stepping into your joy, taking them 10 swords out your back, walking towards the light, right? Taking the wisdom from working with the shadow, even, and using that as you move forward in life. So, very, very interesting reading. Very interesting. We're going to pull some angel answers cards. So if you have a question, please keep that question in the forefront of your mind. As I shuffle, we're going to see what they have to say. Going to pull 3 of these cards. Okay. Let's see what they got. Spirit team, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know about what they're asking here? Unlikely. Unlikely. No. Well, this is very interesting. All right, third card, Spirit team. Third card for the collective, please. One more. Something is unlikely. I don't know what y'all... Improving health. Well, that is a good thing. And perfect timing. Collective, listen. Listen. If you don't reap the medicine from this Eight of Swords here, this like mental prison, this, you know, finding the people that you're meant to align with is going to be unlikely. But I feel, because it came out here, that the fear you might feel, this maybe internal conflict about stepping out into a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, gaining a new perspective. I feel like this illusion is what's blocking you so much, is what's preventing you from doing this. They're telling you that the things you're afraid of, it's unlikely. Like they're not really going to happen. It's not going to be as scary as you think that it's going to be. And you got a very definite no here. I'm going to say this. If this Page of Wands tries to come back, if there's a person that broke your heart and played in your face, no. Okay, no. But you have improving health here. And you know what's funny? They always say, like, well, I don't know about they, but my mother, when she was raising me when I was a child, like a little baby, she always said, well, dirt and sunshine will help her grow, right? So they used to let me play outside all the time. I was always in the dirt. I was in the garden, like literally picking scallions out of the earth and eating them. Yes, I've always loved fruits and vegetables. But it's like the sun is going to help you. Maybe you have a little bit of a vitamin D deficiency going on right now. But the sun has returned. Thank God. Thank God. Honey, we get so many gray days here. It's too much. Very definite no, though. So whatever question you were asking, it's a no. You might have to leave someone in the past, okay? You were probably thinking, oh, should I text such and such? Should I text that? No. Why are they not blocked? Why are they not blocked? Here, let me scoot this over a little bit. They should be blocked. Why do you want to text these people? Come on now. Don't let me find out. All right, Spirit Team, one card for the collective, please. One card. This one? Okay. The Mirror, self-reflection, right? Or big picture. And then on the bottom, see? Potential and possibility, future, highest self, quantum. Reach out to the potential that is calling you. Again, if you were nervous about taking a leap of faith on something, don't be. Okay, thank you. A lot of times when we are going through something like this, okay, this whole situation, this wounded warrior just trying to hang on, the mental loops, the illusion of these thoughts and things that are blocking us from proceeding, right? Like immature relations, like just all this kind of stuff, right? When you are in it, you can't see big picture. Hangman sees big picture. Hangman gets the perspective, right? To see big picture. To see the big picture so they can take a leap of faith. To come into community with the people that you need to come into community with, right? To see that the fear that you might be feeling, you're afraid of things that are unlikely to happen. Okay. Maybe they're telling you no because you're not seeing it clearly. You think you are, but you're not. If if the Eight of Swords is your medicine, it's because there's either programming there, or there's some sort of negative thought patterns. There's some sort of limiting beliefs, What does Abraham Hicks say? You are so free you can choose bondage. Why would you ever argue for your own limitations? Something to think about. So this is what I have for you. I hope that this has provided you with some guidance and some clarity, as it is always my intention to serve. Happy April, y'all. I hope that you are taking care of yourselves, and I will talk to y'all very, very soon.